Audio check. Wow, that's good. Excuse me. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Spooky Saturdays. And we are here for the conclusion to Layers of Fear 2. So if you've been following the stream on this game with me here, we've been knocking out pretty much one act per stream session, with the exception being the very first Layers of 2 stream. We knocked out the prologue plus Act 1. But prologue was like 5 minutes? Probably 2 minutes if you just play through it normally, but I wanted to get used to the controls, remap some of the key bindings, experiment with turn speed, and so it took me a bit longer in the prologue. But besides that, we've been doing like one act per stream session. And I learned that this game is 5 acts long. Now, I don't know if there's an epilogue, but we'll see. But yeah, today is going to be Act 5, the final act. So I'm looking forward to it. It's always especially fun starting. And so we are going to finish one today, and next Saturday we'll be starting a new one. So yes, I am excited for it. But before we get into it, let's go through our opening announcements as usual to allow our other viewers the opportunity to join us for the day's show. This is my nice hot cup of, not coffee today. This is some pomegranate green tea. Quite good. Alright. So, for those who do not know and are watching this on Twitch, joining us today for the first time, or for those just happened upon this video on the YouTube channel, welcome. I am your host, Lord Orfeo. I am a variety streamer and YouTuber, and I stream a little something different for each and every day of the week. And I do this for 2 reasons. 1, I know that not every person enjoys every game or game genre, so I try to vary my content to match a more varied viewer base. And 2, because bouncing around, streaming a little something different throughout the week every day, helps to prevent me from getting burnt out on any one game or game genre, and so it's a win-win. So to that end, I have established what I call stream themes throughout the week. On Mondays, we have what I call Monday Marvels. And on Monday Marvels, we can stream any game from any genre, but no horror and no role-playing games. We do value those game genres here, but they actually have their own specific stream days set aside for them. Also on Mondays, the game we stream cannot be part of a series. Due to this, we typically stream indie games on Mondays. Tuesdays, I take the day off. Wednesday, in the Discord, we have anime afternoons, and so if you like watching anime, come join us there. We typically screen through 2 episodes of a given series. And then afterwards, on Twitch, we have our weekly Just Chatting stream called Community Chat and Gaming News, during which we discuss community updates, gaming news, and game releases for the week. Thursdays are our RPG afternoons, and so if you do like role-playing games, join us then. Franchise Fridays are very similar to Mondays, in that we can stream any game from any genre, but again, no horror and no role-playing games. But unlike Mondays, the games we stream on Fridays must be part of a series, hence the name Franchise Fridays. Due to this, we typically stream AAA games for Fridays. Saturdays are Spooky Saturdays, that's what's going on today, and as you can probably guess, it's all about horror games, and so if you like creepy stuff, join us today. And Sundays, I take the day off as well. So if any of those stream themes are of interest to you, then I encourage you to drop me a follow, and I hope to see you sometime during the week. And with our opening announcements now out of the way, let us return to the stream of the day. So again, we are here for Spooky Saturdays, and this is Layers of Fear 2 from Bloober Team. One other announcement I'll throw out there. There is some minor construction going on. You might hear some drilling or some hammering, and if so, I do apologize. That is beyond my control. But hopefully, the filters we have here on the microphone will uh, dampen that sound, or hopefully completely eliminate those sounds. But we shall see from the feedback I get during stream and on the YouTube channel. Okay. So, what did we do last stream, and what are we going to do today? Well, I kind of already went through that. But, quick recap. So, yes. And today we are going through Act 5, the final act, and we are beating the game. Now, I don't know how long Act 5 is. I went to the website. I think it's howlongtobeat.com. And I think it said Layers of Fear 2. Let's actually look that up real quick. Yeah, Layers of Fear 2 is supposed to be between like 5 to 10 hours. Depending on if you're just going for the main story, if you're trying to be a completionist. I'm not trying to be a completionist. I am exploring. But I have no walkthrough I'm using. I'm not trying to go in to explore every nook and cranny or anything. I'm just playing naturally. And playing naturally has taken me about 5 hours per act. And so we're already like 20 plus hours into the game, I think. So we're way beyond where we should have been, according to how the website howlongtobeat.com. But that's typically how it is. Typically I go to that site as a rough estimate. And whatever time that website gives me, I typically have to multiply that by 3, and that's about how long it takes me to beat a given game. Though I guess with this game it's been like that time multiplied by 5. So yeah, pretty big discrepancy this time. All right, let me put in my earbuds so I can hear the game. A bit tangled here, hold on. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. Act 5, Forever. Last played June 17th, 4:57 p.m. Continue. Actually, hold on. This happens to be sometimes because I only play these games once a week. I have to go back into the controls and review exactly what the bindings are. Okay, so to interact with an item is either X or R1. Circle is cancel. L1 is to zoom. We have to hold that down to zoom. R3, we click on to crouch. And then L3, we toggle to run. Triangle flashes our inventory. And square is transcription. Use that to decipher hard to read notes. Okay. I will say I love the music in this game. I've said before that I think Layers of Fear 1 and its DLC, Layers of Fear Inheritance, are the better games. They're better than Layers of Fear 2 in both atmosphere and in terms of spookiness factor. But in terms of music, Layers of Fear 2 destroys its predecessors. It is way better. Alright, continue. Alright, here we are. Looks like we're underwater. You can still hear the rain outside. You can still hear the rain outside. Our table's gone. We had a table here with a TikTok-y thing on it. A metronome. We still have these, though. I feel like so far we found all the tubes.
Have I offended you, James?
No, I just...
You just don't want to talk to me anymore.
I don't know what I want. They say that the dreams shine for...
Star.
You had really can come true.
Are dreams what's really important to you?
Mm-hmm. Your dreams can stay with you forever.
Oh, there's a metronome. Tragedy of mythic proportions. Something cruise ship perishes at sea. Half of the passengers lost. Newark woman's mother, aunt, and cousin were something. RMS Odyssey, a tragic of mythic proportions. British cruise ship perishes at sea. Half of the passengers lost. Atlantic in the early hours of the morning. The ship's maiden voyage turned out to be its last. Tragedy struck on the 5th night of the voyage, when a fire broke out in one of the engine rooms. Despite the attempts from the crew, the flames spread throughout the lower decks, causing a massive explosion in the boiler room that breached the integrity of the hull. While the exact numbers of casualties is still unknown, latest estimates claim that just over 1,000 passengers and crew, approximately half, perished to the fire, or was lost to the cold depths. So is this part of the movie that we're sort of preparing for, or is this what really happened? Have we been a restless spirit the entire time? Is this a ghost ship? Maybe. Maybe. Character. It won't be me. When you see me again. What's this? You are so... something getting out. Whichever way, or as long... Oh wait, I think I can decipher this. It looks like FVB means you. Because the third sentence looks like it says, as long as you choose anything. I wonder if that's some sort of code that I can use to read the rest of the message. Let's see if I'm right. So... A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Wait, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, 7. Plus 7. and T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z plus 7. Okay, so that is it. So I just have to dial the letters back, it looks like by 7, to get the true word. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So that would be -3. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. S. I feel like I need, that's what I'm going to do. It'll be faster this way. I'm just going to pull up, like, the alphabet chart. And then just use that. Okay. So H, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah. J is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's not a G, it's a C. S, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. L. V, that's a V, right? It's a V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. O. I wonder why they chose to mess this up at the end. Maybe this is a clue to a puzzle we're going to encounter later on in the section. Z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And A. V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that's that. And once I've deciphered some of the letters, I can use those to help translate other letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that's an O. I'm on the third line now. And I wonder why they chose the number 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can translate that word entirely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. and you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I translated the full message. Having that chart helped out a lot. Alright, so it says, you are so close to getting out. Whichever way you go, you or her, as long as you choose anything, is better than this place. Okay. So it looks like we're going to get one final option here in this act to either, but it says you or her, not you or him or her. So it doesn't seem to be a question between the director and her, but more a question between yourself or her, which is interesting. This whole playthrough we've been following the voice of our, what we believe is our dearly departed sister, and we are going to continue doing that for the playthrough. Looks like we've missed some of the slides, definitely, but we got most of them. I would hope that if there is a new game plus to this, which I'm not sure there is, but I would hope if there is, that when you start the game all over again, you get to keep like all the slides and the pictures that you found. No new note from our agent, but I believe that's actually a telegram there from our agent. It says on the side, Daily Dispatch Telegram. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Like the gently moving shower curtain? I thought that was a person. Interesting that it plays different sounds when you turn the knobs of the sink. It also vibrates every once in a while. I wonder if that's like a little puzzle or mini game.
You run, but do you know the way? You build one character, you destroy the other, but which one is which? You follow reason, you see through it, you cut away the strings. You're not afraid to play your part, you accept the inevitable. You struggle against the current, you fight against all odds. Ah.
I think this scene judges our character, and it changes based upon the decisions you make. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I feel like this is cluing me into more of the story here. And this also gives me, at the same time, a new bit of praise, but also a new critique to offer towards this game. So the bit of praise is, I think this mechanic, going out the recording door, and seeing sort of how things begin to shape up depending on the decisions you make, is really, really cool. I think that's a huge bonus. My critique to this, though, is that I bet a lot of people who played this game never went through that door. Because the very first time you get here, the very first time you arrive in this room, you try to experiment. And one of the first things you do is you try to open this door to see if you can exit, and you can't. And so you'll try that door, that opens, that's a bathroom, that's locked, and that's always roped off. And so every time you return to this room, yeah, you come in through the recording door, but most people never try to go back out through the recording door. Probably half the people don't. And so I feel like there should be some sort of... There should be something telling the gamer, like, hey, try the recording door again. Because every act beyond the first act, you're allowed to go through it and sort of see how the story continues to take shape. And so, like, I wish they would have done something like that. Like, I have the benefit of having done it. I think I did it every act, I'm not sure. And even if you miss, like, once or twice, it still goes on to continue to sort of tell you how you've been doing in the game based upon your moral decision. I think that's pretty neat. But I feel like they should have told you something better, or they should have gotten the gamer to try opening that door sooner, or at all, I guess. But what was I gonna say? Oh, but this makes me think of the overarching story that sort of the narrative is trying to teach us, or trying to convey. And it seems like this is what I've gathered so far from the game's story. So there was a young boy, and I think that's the character we're playing as. He has, or had, an older sister who wasn't much older than himself, but she was older, and a father, and a mother, but the mother died bringing him into the world. She died in childbearing. And so the father somewhat resented his son for that. And so there was a very strained relationship between the father and son. And I guess that caused the older sister to more so take her younger brother sort of under her wing and befriend him and sort of try to help him as much as she could through life. And they would play imaginary games a lot. And I think the sister always wanted to become an actress. I think that was like one of her main goals in life. She loved everything that had to do with the theater. And their father was a filmmaker, and so that kind of gelled. The little boy, I think, was sort of uncertain of what he wanted to do with his life, but he was sort of pulled into that direction by his sister. And then it seems like one day, and I'm not sure why, but it seems like the children chose to either run away from their father or maybe something happened to the father and they just chose to get away. They just chose to escape. Or maybe they just sort of fumbled accidentally at onto a ship. It seems like they somehow got onto an ocean liner or stowaways. And they were able to hide. They were pursued by people who found out that they were stowaways. And then something happened to the ship. I don't know if they were necessarily the cause of it, but the ship went down, it sank, and in the end, we tried to save our sister. As far as were we able to do that, I really don't know. It seems like maybe we were not able to do that, and because of that, we carry some guilt, some survivor's guilt, and it seems like we also chose to sort of take up the mantle of actor from our departed sister, because we know that that's what she wanted to do with her life, and so because we're guilty at having survived and she didn't, we're sort of living her life for her. I feel like that's what's going on. And so even though our character has become successful based upon all the movie posters we see up here, which I'm guessing are all the roles that we've managed to play, that's kind of creepy. But despite all that, we still feel bad. We still feel guilty to have our sister having perished. And so it seems like this role that the director is sort of shaping us up to play was supposed to just be another film, but he called us out to this ocean liner. We weren't really sure why, and there's some prep work to do before we supposedly play our movie role. But then you have to wonder, well, who is the director? And you also have to think, it seems like maybe, I don't know, maybe the director is our conscience. And maybe we're somehow trapped in our mind. Maybe somehow we've cracked under the pressure, under the weight of the guilt from all these years. And we're sort of trapped in our mind, and we're reliving, in a sense, the experience of being back aboard this fated ship here, the ocean liner. And the director might be our guilty conscience trying to justify certain bad actions, whereas the voice of our sister that dwells in our head is like the voice of our good conscience, and it's trying to help us through and escape this horrible place. And the agent, I feel, is like our logic. It's like, no matter what, you got to get out of here. You have to escape this dream, or rather this nightmare world. And whether that means you become an evil person by sort of justifying wrongdoings and following the advice of the director, or whether you become a sort of a better person through all this by listening to the voice of your sister, either way you'd be back in reality, and that's better than being trapped in a nightmare. So I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. But I mean, we'll see. And this does change my perception of the game, because now it's no longer we're on a ship that's populated by normal people who are very close by on the ship and we just can't see them. Now it's, no, this might really be a haunted ship, and there might be some crazy stuff going on here. It's not just movie props. But I would still say that makes the game scarier, but it doesn't make the game as scary as it could have been, because this entire time we were led to believe a lie. We were led to believe that, no, this is all movie props, it's a normal ship, and who knows, maybe it still is. This game is trying to like mess with our heads a little bit, and I do appreciate the psychological aspect of that. But we'll see how this all pans out. So I just want to look over the movie posters again. Double Shadows, Remember Her, Twelfth Night, The Night Fiend, Hamlet, Metropolis, The Tempest, The Pirate Prince and the Cyclops King, A Wondrous Voyage, The Trial of a Martyr, Shizo, King Lear. Looks like maybe we have 2 more paintings to find. Maybe 3. I don't know if one's going to go there. I don't think one will go there. But we have at least 2 more paintings to find. But it also kind of looks like there could be more... maybe more paintings down this way? I don't know. What's this? We saw this already. There is a world outside of our own, hidden beyond a veil of black mist, where ancient beings dwell, immortal, everlasting. They move among us, unseen, unless they wish to be, unless they choose you, a mortal to play their cruel charades, a plaything to be toyed with and discarded when they cease to amuse. Do not listen. Do not play their game. The price is far too high. Beware you of great deadness and death. Sometimes something is left behind. Objects terrifying in form, puzzling in function. Fear them as well, for they are a manifestation of their wicked presence. Now what's this? This is the tree that was covered with weird electric vines. I wonder if in each act you were able to obtain some sort of weird special item. And if you were able to do that, you could put it here on one of these pedestals, and that might ultimately change the ending. I think Layers of Fear 1 had a secret ending, and I think the DLC had a secret ending too, where you have like good endings, bad endings, but then the secret ending, which is sort of like a true ending. And you had to find like a lot of different things to do that. I'm guessing you had to go through the tale, find that page, find that tree, and then you had to find 3 more things and maybe come back here, and that would open maybe a hole in the wall or something, and that would trigger the true ending. I don't know. Let's have another look here through the spyglass. Water's very calm. Starry night. What's that? That one was pretty tough. It was some sort of item existing just beneath the surface of the water. Oh, that's what it was. A ruby slipper. Like from, The Wizard of Oz. And I think that's what this movie poster over here was supposed to represent. A wondrous voyage. I wonder if the movie posters are sort of like the story of his life. Double shadows. That would be he and his sister. Their friendship. Maybe remember her. Either remembering his sister. He can't really remember his mother because she died giving birth. So remember his sister fondly, maybe. 12th Night. I never saw 12th Night, so I'm not sure what that entails. Maybe that's just more of the games they used to play. The pirate games. The Night Fiend. I don't know what that entails either. Looks like a vampire. Hamlet. Maybe that's supposed to signify the mistreatment of family, the mistreatment of the father to the son. Metropolis. Tempest. There was a storm. Maybe a big argument. Pirate Prince and the Cyclops King. Maybe that's when they ran away from their father. A wondrous voyage. They escaped to the ship. Trial of a martyr. Maybe one of them was caught. The accident happened on the ship. And maybe he lived, but she died. I could be reading too far into this, or just trying to read too far into this. That's possible. Alright. Let's go. Flame, truth, become. Break the cycle here and now. Stay in the loop forever. Who lives? Who dies? Who the F am I? Him, her, him, her, him, her, us, crossed out, me. The mannequin has been assembled. The only thing it's missing now is its head. The final reel. The final film reel.
Forever, an endless sea, stretching into eternity, restless, roaring, terrifying. For years he has learned to hide, to flow with the tide, to pretend, to be one with the void. But now that a flame has been lit, he knows there is no other way. Too soon to let go, too late to turn back. The eyes of eternity are once again upon him. He stares back.
Act 5. Forever. The mannequin is made whole. This last section is really dark. It is really dark. This place, it feels so familiar, like I've been here before, and yet I cannot find my way. There has to be a way. There's a hand? I feel like this is the prologue. And I feel like maybe as we try to continue, he's going to pull himself out of the wall and start chasing us. Which I hope I'm wrong about that, but I feel like I'm not wrong about that.
Do you see now? You tried to fix me. Instead, you broke yourself.
This time the mirror didn't break. You tried to fix me, but you broke yourself. I wonder if that means, like, she died, but he tried to fix her, as in he tried to hang on to her memory. He tried to help her live and achieve her dream by sort of fracturing his self into multiple personalities, of which she was a part, which she was one of. But instead he actually hurt himself by doing that, by fragmenting himself. Now I hear sounds I didn't hear before. All those skeletons. Sweets to the sweet. I recognize that quote, I just don't remember where it was from. Bitter for the bitter. But it still says bitter for the bitter. Bitter for the bitterer. Bitter for the bitter.
Do you see now? You tried to fix me. Instead, you broke yourself.
Wonder why it's taking so long this time. I think we're being chased again.
It sickens me. With all of its clutter and confusion, it is a monument to your weakness, a portrait of your indecision, the wreckage of what never truly was. It is broken, hollow, just like you.
Huh. It sounds like something's walking towards me, but I can't tell. I can't tell if it's just walking really slow. I feel like I'm safe, though. Door after door, all lead to where I came from. All lead to nowhere. Cannot get out. Need to get out.
You tried so hard to bring me back. You called out to me from the void. But something else answered.
Oh, a painting. I gotta get the painting. A sideways elevator. The radio room.
A broken body can be rebuilt. But some wounds go deeper. So much deeper.
Alright, I'm gonna experiment real quick here. I'm gonna try to put in the SOS. See what happens. It's 3 dashes. And nope, nothing. Okay. I think I went through the trophies for this game earlier. And I think the first time we came in here, if we would have, or not in here, but the first time we would have walked into the room that had a Morse code generator, if we would have done SOS, I think that was a trophy. Did I see everything in this room? I wonder why one of the legs is different. I don't see anything else I can pick up or read. On we go. I don't like the look of this hallway. How long has it been? I don't remember anymore. So hard to remember. I feel myself slipping, growing thin, and it keeps growing. It won't let me go. Am I gonna get hurt from walking through fire? I wonder if I have to sprint. Oh, there's bodies lying atop the charred ground. That was brief. I did like the violin music, though. Very creepy atmosphere, very creepy piece. Almost a shame that you just kind of walk right through there and then leave the music behind. It was nice. Ooh.
Poor little Jimmy. Poor, weak, pathetic little Jimmy. Always the victim. Always the burden. An anchor dragging me down.
I'm dead. I don't know where to go. I do really appreciate how nice the checkpoints are. Like how generous they are. I feel like he comes alive, transforms into a monster, and starts coming after you. But there's nowhere else you can go. You're just trapped here.
Poor little Jimmy. Poor, weak, pathetic little Jimmy. Always the victim. Always the burden. An anchor dragging me down.
I tried to see if I could run back the way I came, but that's not an option. I almost feel like I'm not supposed to come in here. But there's nowhere else to go. I can't go that way. Unless maybe once you interact with that tin, you can turn around, because the monster comes from this... I think it comes from this direction. Actually, I think it comes from this direction. I think these guys move out of the way. So maybe you have to come over here to where this barrel is blocking you and run that way down the hall? That could be it.
Poor little Jimmy. Poor, weak, pathetic little Jimmy. Always the victim. Always the burden. An anchor dragging me down.
Oh. There we go. There's a little crawl space that opened. Ritika! Hello, Ritika. How are you doing? Ah, you're good? That's good. We are doing it, Ritika. We are finishing this game today. We are beating it. This is the final act. Nice, yes. I'm looking forward to see how this story concludes. Alright, I guess we're going this way then. They look like windows on the ship that people are rushing to. You just sat down and dreamed about things like new GPU cases, etc. Oh boy. You got the bug, huh? To continue upgrading your PC?
I guess I never had a chance, did I? Neither of us did. We never should have lived this long. Forever is a very long time. Sometimes it's better not to be, to burn away completely. There's no place for me here. Only you, whoever that is. I hope you'll be brave this time. I don't think I can. I cannot. You cannot help me. Not anymore.
Yeah. Hmm. You have played the Lies of P demo. Answering Stream Elements question of the week. See? I was doing my own dreaming last night. It actually kept me awake for quite some time. I was thinking about how the lore in Demon Souls connects to Dark Souls. If I could find a connection, if I could think of a connection. Oh, this just appeared here. I didn't notice that before. Many people say that at the end of Demon Souls, the bad ending must have happened, or most logically did happen. And that would explain Dark Souls. But I thought of a way where you could have achieved the good ending in Demon Souls, and it still would have reached the same outcome in Dark Souls. Patches. But that's something I could get into more during my Dark Souls stream.
This was to be my final work. To reclaim what was lost. To let go of the stolen fire. To reignite the true flame. But now the spark. It is almost gone. It is lost. Hopeless. Just like you.
Looks like it went in a full circle. Oh, what was that? It's like a tricycle rolling across the hallway down there.
A life that was never yours. Dreams you had no right to dream. Too scared to be yourself. too weak to be anyone else.
Going the wrong way.
Wow, that was quick.
This was to be my final work. To reclaim what was lost. To let go of the stolen fire. To reignite the true flame. But now the spark. It is almost gone. It is lost. Hopeless. Just like you.
A life that was never yours. Dreams you had no right to dream. Too scared to be yourself. Too weak to be anyone else.
Going the wrong way.
Oh. Oh, I forgot which door I came through. Was it this one? No, it was the other one. Okay, good. I was worried about opening the wrong door. Oh, more slides? Yeah, but we can't collect any. Oh well. Wherever I go, it follows. I cannot be free of it. A formless shadow. My shadow. It keeps shifting, changing, and I change with it. Looks like that pops out. Hmm. And a treehouse? That's creepy. I guess I just can't crawl through. You're just playing Melody of Memory? Is that a Kingdom Hearts game? Yeah? Okay. Did you play the others? All with numbers in the name? I haven't played any of them yet. I want to. In the future, we're planning to for RPG afternoons. You should play them all, but some of them have stupid gameplay like card system. I'll still give them a go. Gold coins. I know that there are some Final Fantasy characters that have cameos in some of them, and so I'm actually waiting to get through the Final Fantasy series before I dive into the Kingdom Hearts series. I know you don't have to, but I feel like I'd appreciate it more when I see the cameos. than what's down there. Looks like maybe I'm supposed to go that way. Ah, another painting. That's what's here. Oh boy. Oh, the statue that was holding a gun here isn't here anymore. Oh. Can I open it? Did I just lock it by accident? There we go. Yay! I got the treasure. Gold. And pails. Yay!
An empty shell cannot live forever.
Now both of its legs are twiddling. Am I just supposed to leave now? Oh, that wasn't here before.
It cannot live at all. It can only be.
You shot me. Felt like you shot me. It's always there, one step behind, stretching over me, pulling me in. I'm shedding skin, changing into what?
How many lives have you buried just by merely existing? Existing, but never being. Wouldn't it be better if you just went away?
I wonder why the sister's voice is so negative now. Unless it's the game trying to throw us. Until this last act, I always thought the sister's voice was more compassionate, more understanding, more rational. What was that? Thought I saw something crouching down there. I don't know what the lemon is supposed to represent. That's the second time I've seen it in a level. Not in this level, but first time in this level, but second time overall, I think. Looks like we're back to the pirate ship. I feel like there's symbolism at times in this game that I'm not getting. Hello there. Uh-huh. The 6th audio reel. Locked. Looks like you don't have to come on board. It looks like you could just try to wander through there. I don't want to do that though. And who knows, maybe there is something over there, but I'm a little too worried to go that way. I'd rather stick to the light. Fire! I wonder if I had not done that. Because it looks like we're supposed to go walk that way. I wonder if I hadn't done that, if the pieces would have somehow come together to form the monster, and then the monster would have tried to chase you down. But if you fire the cannon, you don't have to worry about it for this part of the game. this game does do a lot in making you think, and I do appreciate that. Like, it feels like there's a lot of different routes you can go, there's a lot of different things you can potentially see in the game, but you're never really certain. And because most actions cannot be taken back, you're left to wonder, should I have done this instead? Should I have gone this way first? Should I have tried opening this other door before I tried the door that was immediately in front of me? Would it have been unlocked had I done that? It does make you question a lot. And I think that's really cool. That lends itself to replay value. Even if those other things don't work. Even if there is just one very linear path. The game does a decent job in giving the illusion, at least, that there are multiple paths. And I think that would be enough to warrant another playthrough for some people. Can I go inside? Nope. Oh, this stinks. Now everything's dark. That was like one of my only sources of light. That's where I came from. If I close it, will I get the light back? Nope. Oh wait, what's this? Come alive, or all of them are going to come alive, and I'm just going to have to sprint through this maze of people and climb that ladder into infinity. I was right. Well, that's complicated. It looks like the spirit can hop around from mannequin to mannequin. At least I start here, though. It looks like all I have to do is run straight, turn right, and the ladder's right there. He stopped coming after me, though. So if I get closer, will he turn back into a monster? So is it just the game is trying to scare you, and as long as you backpedal, you'll be fine? Maybe. I also wonder if all these creaks you're hearing, these creepy noises and these muffled voices, if this is actually the movie, and this is like a live performance, that would be kind of wild if at the end, like, a curtain draws back or a screen rises up and you find out that it's been people watching you this whole time, and the crunching you're hearing isn't the creaks of a set, or it's not the creaks of the mannequins being creepy, it's actually people munching on popcorn. That would be pretty wild. Oh. Oh, wait, did I make it or did I not make it? It didn't look like he killed me. It looked like I made it to the ladder. I guess I made it. What's this? Locked. I think it would have been kind of cool had I made it to that ladder and gotten to climb all the way up into the sky. I was kind of looking forward to seeing that. Oh well. Another projector room? Oh, now we're actually in the room with this thing.
How many times have I tried to put the pieces back together? Just to watch them fall apart.
Looks like that mannequin to the left of me is doing something, but I can't tell. Try to readjust my view here.
I am done. All of us. We cannot be forever.
Verb. Alright, Ratika. And now the arms are jiggling. These are eyeballs. Looks like I have to fall down here. I guess we have to go through one more bit of craziness and the head comes alive, and then what? We're done? Whee! I feel like the final choice that we're going to have to make at the end of all this is going to be back with us back in our room. Because otherwise, why are we still collecting slides and paintings and audio reels? If the game ends at the end of this, we're not going to be able to hear them. Unless maybe, like, you beat the game, the credits roll, and then the epilogue has you standing in that room and you can see the additional stuff you collected. That could be it. Oh, this looks like the sea of... kind of like the sea of spikes that we were looking at before on the pirate ships. What's this? The sound in the deep. It's growing louder. Thump, thump, thump. Something's coming. Trying to see where I might run to. Something starts chasing me. I don't really see anything. Like I kind of have to go this way. What's this? Finally, I understand. The way out. It's here. In me. Me. You. Who are you? Sounds like a partial revelation.
How long can a man burn before he turns to ash? How could you know? Of all the wasted years, of all the pain it took to bring you here, you don't even know who you are.
I feel like you could walk into the fire, but then you'd probably get hurt. And that could be an alternate path, walking in there, getting burnt by the fire, maybe the curtain gets put out or something, I don't know. Or maybe it would have just taken you here. No, this is where I came from. Only the painting at the back is different.
How many times must a man die before he can truly live? How many times?
Trying to see if there's any collectibles around here.
Look at it. This is what happens when you fail to take control.
The mask. I guess he's angry with us because we keep rejecting his directions to follow the sister.
Look at it. Twisted, formless. Just like it crumbles as it must. When the time comes, will you crumble as well?
The music's starting to sound nicer.
The boy that never speaks. Have you found the voice? Soon, the world will know.
Oh, there's the mannequin in the background again. The director's chair. Here's our audience. Welcome back.
It's bound to be
Trophy earned. Repair,
to remember.
restore, rebuild. You've activated the full mannequin there. All of its suspended parts. Looks like.
Shame I won't be there to see it.
The ship's become normal again. What if I walk back? Yeah, I can go back to all the weirdness if I want to. I wonder if this is the end. Looks like it's the end from the recording door.
You run, but do you know the way? You build one character, you destroy the other, but which one is which? You follow reason, you see through it, you cut away the strings. You're not afraid to play your part. You accept the inevitable. You struggle against the current, you fight against all odds. In the end, there is no right or wrong. There is only... James! Lily! James! Listen to me! You have to go!
No! I'm not leaving. I'll find a way to reach.
I know you will. You're strong. Stronger than you know. We'll be together again. No matter how long it takes, I will find you. I will.
Did we do it? Did we beat the game? I feel like there's at least one more decision to be made. Oh, we're back! This is the prologue. I wonder if the game loops continually. Maybe that's what's meant by "you were so close" when we heard that in the prologue. I also wonder if this is a game that has to be played through multiple times to beat it, or to get like the true ending. If that's the case, we will not be doing that. But that is kind of cool if that's how it turns out to be. I think this is a good first playthrough, like a good first run-in. I enjoyed the game my first time through, but I wouldn't want to replay it experiencing all the same scares and puzzles as last time. I'm not that big a fan of it, but it is good.
Looking for answers, for purpose long gone, we carry on and on and on. What cruel part we have to play, to live on once they went away.
Avast, Mr. Hardy, avast. What's gone is gone. What's past is past.
For there are things that should not be, and there are wounds that time won't heal.
When all seems lost, when all is gone, we do not have to carry on. To put away what sadness
wrought. Steady your aim and take your shot. Just as I thought.
A mother long gone. A sister's last breath. A life for a life. A death for a death. The flame that burns the lies away. The truth revealed. Let come what may. Lay your head down, brother. Go to sleep. This vow is no longer yours to keep.
No, the man was cut out of all the portraits. It's just her now. Trophy earned, body of work. Trophy earned, forever. So I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. I'm going to guess that at the end of the credits, it's going to be like an epilogue scene, and we'll be back in the room, and then we'll get to see the final paintings, listen to the final audio, look at the final slides. So it seemed like the entire time we were choosing between the two characters, between the male and the female, the brother and the sister. And it did kind of... I guess it was deeper than something psychological, maybe. Or maybe it started psychologically with the boy. I think the boy did survive. I think the girl did die. But at the end, she said a life for a life, a death for a death. So... I wonder if, because the boy was always, I guess, to some extent scared to live his own life, he was living his sister's life. I feel like if he would have followed the sister, which we did, we kept following whatever she sort of wanted us to do, in the end, the boy sacrifices his life, or by this time the man sacrifices his life to bring his sister back. And so, like, he goes off to beyond the void. He dies. He trades his life for hers. And she sort of inherits all of the success that he's been acting in. Essentially, reality itself shifts. And she was the one instead who remains alive. And he dies. And I think if we would have listened to the director instead, we would have went the more selfish routes. I think in the end that we would have kind of let her go, and then we would have remained ourselves. So that's interesting. You could have either, and I feel like there is a third hidden ending, like the secret ending, because I think there was something like that in the original game, and I think there might have been something like that in the DLC. But yeah, I think you follow your sister's voice, you shift reality itself, you sacrifice yourself, and then she lives. And then reality just sort of acts as if she was the one to live and not you. If on the other hand you follow the director's voice, then psychologically you let her go. You release her memory, and you can go on and live your own life. But like I said, I feel there is a hidden ending. And I think that hidden ending might see them both survive. Like maybe it sees them reunited. That would be really nice. But I feel like I would probably need to play this game at least a few more times to make that happen. But I might actually have to use a guide to achieve that secret ending, which again I'm not going to do. I said earlier we're not going to play through this again. But it was a good first playthrough. I did enjoy it. It was appropriately creepy, especially towards the end. It really got a little bit spookier. I would say that's kind of how this game was. It really wasn't spooky. It was more somber than spooky, and there's nothing wrong with that. New Game Plus has been unlocked. Now you can choose the act you wish to replay from the cabin's film projector. Change your decisions and rebuild your character. Find new story items and gather the ones you've missed. Ah. So maybe you can only unlock the true ending in New Game Plus and beyond. Unlock... What? Oh, unlock all achievements. Discover otherworldly secrets hidden across the ship. New Game Plus. Normal mode, safe mode. Monsters can kill you. The game was originally designed this way. I'd rather go safe mode then. Monsters are still there, but won't chase or kill you. We beat the game the first time fairly. We did it on normal. We'll do it on safe mode this time. And again, we're not going to play through the whole game. I just kind of want to get back to the beginning, when we're back in the room, the director's room. And I want to see the new stuff that we collected. I want to see the new slide, the new painting. I don't want to have, like, just achieve those collectibles and then not be able to see what they relate to. I will also say, though, that I think maybe the game was maybe meant to be played the way I'm playing it, in that...
Such a shame. You almost had it.
Act 1, The Unmooring. But I think maybe it was designed to be played maybe both with the monster chasing you and without, but I feel like maybe it was more so designed to be played without the monster chasing you in sequential playthroughs. Because if you see the monster chasing you...
You will stay awake. Sleep is a poor excuse. And so are you. All preparations have been made. Your little toys await you upstairs. Time waits for no one. Actor, do not waste hours. Act.
But, oh, they're all here now. Yeah, I got 100% back in Vampire Survivors. Congratulations, Rachika. Congratulations. Build the character. Connect the memories, dreams, and fears. Prepare for the big role. Act. Daily Dispatch Telegram. Hope you settled in alright. Remember what we talked about. Focus on what you do best. Go to that special place of yours. Find your motivation. Build the character. Trust me, it'll be worth it. I'll try to keep in touch. Travel safe, your friend and agent. But what I was saying at the beginning was, I feel like maybe the game was designed to be played the way I'm playing it, which is... They tell you in the beginning the game was designed for normal mode. The game was designed so that you would be pursued by enemies. And I think that's because the game kind of wanted to funnel you in a certain direction with the monster. But then afterwards, I think you were probably supposed to turn safe mode on. Because the safe mode, or not the safe mode, because the monster probably also veers you away from certain paths that you would otherwise explore. And so if you can go back through those areas, and you can see the monster, like, shaking in the distance, but it's not even gonna, not only will it not follow you, it's not even gonna kill you, then you can just kind of ignore it and walk past it and explore some other areas that maybe hold items, maybe hold mysteries to things that you wouldn't have, that you wouldn't have been able to obtain before just because the monster was blocking you or chasing you out of the way. And so I think that would be pretty cool. That actually makes me want to play this game more than the first two, even though I believe the first two games were better. I keep saying first two. The first game and its DLC were better than this one. I really like the addition of safe mode. I don't remember if that was part of the original game or not. But being able to replay this in safe mode, where the game blatantly tells you not only will the monster not chase you, but it won't even kill you. Like, I guess that means the monster could be, like, right in front of you. You could just walk right up and look it in the face and it won't kill you or do anything to you. That makes it feel like the first time through this game was sort of like you earning the privilege to not die the second time around. And that's kind of cool. Alright. See whatever the new slides are here. It said from the projector. Oh, it probably means upstairs. The projector room upstairs. You can probably choose a different film reel. Plug that in, and then that will determine what chapter you're in. So there's the brother and sister. That's probably the true ending. The true ending is they do find each other, they do reunite, and they become a brother and sister duo. That's probably supposed to be the real ending. Alright, new audio reel.
Forever is a very long time, James. You think you can take it? One dreams of forever. But when the eyes of eternity are upon him, how far can he go? How deep can he descend?
Once the flame has been lit, there's no other way.
Yes. Too soon to let go.
Too late to turn back.
You're a brave lad, James. I hope you will find what you're looking for.
It's a trophy earned, full scoop. So long I have struggled to finish what was started. I had nearly lost hope, and yet here we are. Orfeo in chat. Mage Rip. Hello, Vijolo. Hello. How are you doing? Doing good, thanks. That's good. Hope you too. I am Vijolo. We actually just beat the game. This is New Game Plus. We're not going to go through the whole thing. I'm just kind of looking around and seeing what we unlocked. I feel like we have to find all of these items And then maybe something will appear on the board here, or maybe another page will appear here. And then we get our secret ending. There's the wreck. We get to keep all of our treasures, that's cool. New Game Plus, interesting. Yes, I think so. Oh, what's that? Maybe that's supposed to be the portrait of the director. I think we found all the paintings. Or not paintings, posters. I think so. It's kind of weird, though, that there was no trophy for getting all the posters. Unless we don't have all the posters. I feel like we do, though. The only other space where it seems like there'd be room for one is right here, but it's kind of dark. And I don't see an outline for a poster. I feel like that's sort of what should be hanging there. This is a Van Gogh self-portrait, but strangely black. Oh. I didn't know that. Are you an art lover, Visholo? Esteemed traveler, the room has been set up as per your request. The reel was delivered shortly before departure. We wish you a fulfilling journey. Respectfully, Icarus Transatlantic. Build the character. Preparation. Explore. Who am I? Where am I? There's the screen. Here are all the film reels. This is chapter select. First reel. Second. Third. The bloody fourth. The sea green fifth. What happens if I just turn it on? Nothing. Okay. We had a very good experience at the end there, Visholo, with this game. No, this is just one of the few paintings you know? Ah, okay. What happens if I go back through here?
You run, but do you know the way? You build one character, you destroy the other, but which one is which? You follow reason, you see through it, you cut away the strings. You're not afraid to play your part.
You accept the inevitable.
I wonder if this is the ending again.
You struggle against the current, fight against all odds. Ah.
And Fusion is here. Hello, Fusion. How are you doing? Fusion says, "I is here. Actually been looking this whole time." Fusion has redeemed. Hello, I'm new to stream. Welcome, Fusion, to the stream for the very first time. Again. And Fusion has also redeemed Hydrate. Very well. Cheers, Fusion. But yes, we are done. We have finished with the game. We beat it. We will not be playing through New Game Plus. I don't necessarily know where to look for all the other items, and I'm not sure I would want to go through the whole experience. It is nice knowing that if I do choose to go through the whole experience again, I won't have to worry about a monster trying to kill me. But, I will, I think I'll be satisfied leaving off here, having beaten the game once through. And I feel like I do know what we're supposed to do. I kind of mentioned it earlier. It seems like we are playing as the male actor. His mother died in childbearing. He had an older sister that took to him because the father sort of resented the little boy a bit, feeling that he was somehow responsible for the mother dying. And then eventually I think the two ran away from home. They became stowaways on an ocean liner. The ocean liner crashed. Well, it didn't crash, it had an accident at sea. And they tried to escape. And then what looks to have happened is the boy escaped, the girl dies, and he blames himself for not being able to save his sister. And I guess the guilt from being unable to save his sister was too much. That was tacked on top of his father's resentment and the knowledge that in some sense he was responsible for the death of his mother. And so he had some sort of psychological break. And he formed a split personality where half of his personality remained the same. It was the boy. But the other half, I think, segmented into his sister. And he was kind of carried that guilt with her. He tried to live her life. She wanted to become an actress. She wanted to become a star. And she had this great imagination. And so he kind of tried to live the life he thought she would have wanted. And then eventually we encounter this scenario, this weird, eerie director. And at times you're given two different directions, one from the director and one from who I believe is the voice in your head. Your sister speaking to your sister's spirit. Or you could say it's just the personality of his sister that the male actor has created within himself. And you can choose to listen to the director, or you can choose to listen to the sister's voice. And the entire game, we listened to the sister's voice. And so in the end of the game, it seems that because of that, what resulted was we actually shifted all of reality to the point where we sacrificed ourselves entirely, and we're the ones who died aboard the ship at sea, and our sister was the one to live. We traded our life for hers. And so she sort of got to go on and have the life that she always wanted. And I think that was a very sort of heroic sacrifice that our character makes at the end, especially since he was already so overcome with guilt and the feeling that he was unworthy of the life that he lived. It was almost a release for him to give up and just sort of give her that life. On the other hand, I think if we would have listened to the director's voice the entire time, I think our character would have released her memory and gone on to sort of lead his own life. And in the end, I think we would have stayed the male actor, and it would have remained the same. That it would have been the sister who died in the shipwreck. But I believe there is a third ending. There is a hidden ending. And I think we have to find all of these items, and I don't know where they are. We found 2 of the 5. There's at least 5. I mean, there could be another page that goes right there. I'm not sure. But there's at least 5 items. And I believe if you find all of the items, then something else will probably happen. Maybe this piece of wood here will pop out and there'll be a crawl space or a ladder or something that we can go through. And maybe that will lead us to a third ending. And I'm guessing in the third ending, the brother and sister both survive the shipwreck. And that's probably the sort of quote-unquote true ending. But I feel like that's probably the case. And just from being able to deduce all that, I feel satisfied with calling it here. It was a good gameplay experience. It was not as scary as the first game, nor was it as scary as the DLC to the first game. But I think the ending to the game was actually done better than the ending to the first game or the DLC. I like the fact that it has safe mode. And again, I don't remember if the first game or the DLC to the first game had a safe mode. But I do like the option that, at least I know this game had a safe mode. Where now if you want to replay it and you want to look for the extra items, you can do so and you don't have to worry about the monster chasing you or trying to kill you. And that makes you far less stressed and far more interested in exploration. I also really like how the checkpoints are so kind in this game. When you die, typically you die just 1 or 2 rooms away, and the rooms are very small. So that's very nice. The game does some stuff well. It's not perfect. It's hard to rate this game. I almost want to say that this is not a horror game. This is like an adventure game with horror elements to it. And if I think of it in that sense, I would say it's an above average experience. But if you were to kind of judge it as a horror game, I kind of want to call this an average experience. Just because overall it is a really good game. I think it is. It's an above average game, but it's a below average horror experience because it just isn't scary the majority of the time. And I think those two things might average out and just kind of make it an average overall horror experience. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll probably give this a 3 out of 5. But yes, I know some of you just joined Bajolo and maybe Fusion, because Fusion said he was actually lurking the entire time. But, yeah, this has been a shorter stream, 2.5 hours. But we did it. We completed the 5th and final act to Layers of Fear 2. So that means next... Actually, let me back out. That means that next Saturday, for Spooky Saturdays, we'll be starting a new game. And that game is actually just going to be a demo. We're going to do a handful of one-shots coming up. I have our next 5 experiences planned out for Spooky Saturdays. So next Saturday is going to be a one-shot. We're going to do the Resident Evil 2 Remake RPD demo. I don't expect that to take very long. I think you'll probably beat the demo like 20 minutes. But based on how I play games, it may take us significantly longer. We'll see. Then the week after that, we'll be playing a PC game called Fears to Fathom Episode 2, Norwood Hitchhike. And so we completed Episode 1 already. We actually did not do that on Spooky Saturdays. I wasn't sure of the quality of the experience, so I didn't want to put it on there. But it was better than I expected it would be. And so that's actually on the YouTube channel if you want to go check it out. The Saturday after that, we shall be doing the Resident Evil 3 Remake demo. Then the week after that, Fears to Fathom Episode 3, Carson House. And then the week after that, the Resident Evil 4 Remake Chainsaw demo. So, as far as what's after that, I don't know. We will see. But, yes. Those are our next 5 weeks of Spooky Saturday content planned out. So, let me see what else is going on. Yes. Okay. I think we'll keep the theme of spookiness going. I think it's slightly spooky. Others' opinions may vary. But we're going to raid Wipeout. And he is streaming some Star Siege Dead Zone. It is right now it's a free demo, or it's early access, it's one of the two, but he really loves Star Siege as a series. He's been supposed to be like a spooky extraction or spooky sci-fi extraction first-person shooter experience. And it looks cool. I actually tried to download the demo on my Steam Deck a couple days ago, but it won't work. I think it's because it uses some anti-cheat technology, and the Steam Deck is not very friendly with anti-cheat. Yes, so that's fine. As far as when I'll be streaming next, that will be this coming Monday, and I'm not sure what it will be. No one has redeemed the option to choose the next Monday Marvel game, so after today's stream, between today and tomorrow, but probably just sometime later today. Excuse me. I'll decide what I want to play. I'll just pick something at random, and I will include the details for that in the Week at a Glance that I post in the Discord. So, we shall have a surprise game this Monday from Monday Marvels. And, yeah. So maybe I will see you next... Oh. Or not. We may not. So I guess, Fusion chose one. This coming Monday will be the next Quantic Dream game, Beyond Two Souls. Nice. So there you have it. So maybe I will see you this coming Monday for Beyond Two Souls for Monday Marvels. Or maybe I will see you Saturday for the Resident Evil 2 Remake RPD demo. or in the next few moments in Wipeout's stream for some Star Siege Dead Zone. So, let me set that up. And I'll be working on some things throughout the rest of the day. Like I said, the week at a glance, updating stream elements question of the week. I also need to look through some of your stream recommendations in the Discord and reply to those and set up the categories and everything for Monday. So yeah, I got a little bit of still a little bit of stuff to do today before I can sort of I guess rest for the day for my streaming duties. But I hope all of you have a good Saturday. Hope you enjoy your weekend. I look forward to seeing you all again this Monday for our new game. So take care. Thank you, Fusion, for the redemption. Thank you to everyone else who was here, who kept me company. To Fusion, to Ratika, to Bajolo. And thanks also goes out to the lurkers as well. I hope you were entertained by the spookiness. And I will see you all again soon. So, bye.